Hi, and welcome to my new love channel. So this new channel is going to be about love and relationship and attachment styles and men and women and brains and all that comes with love and relationship. I am Jolie Johansson from Denmark. I got the concept WarriorsHeart.dk and I'm a love behavioral mentor. It's quite hard for me to say as I'm Danish, so I'm going to say it again. I'm a love behavioral mentor. I might find a new title that's more understandable. But I am a behavioral love mentor because I'm a behavioral transformation expert, and my favorite topic is love and relationship, and mentor because I've been an intuitive mentor for 15 years. I'm so excited about this new topic, and today's video is going to be about why. Why are you the way that you are? Why do you do the way that you do, think, act and behave in the way that you do? So this video is going to be about why, because with why you can become a better partner, whether you're in a relationship, whether you're single, or whether you're a boss or a mom or a dad. You're going to improve every area of your life if you're going to ask yourself this question again and again. And remember, this question is for you and not for others. So the fingers was going to put the other way. The question is for you and not for everyone else. Let me give you an example. I used to be 10 years in the Danish army. I am trained I'm just going to look at the clock. I'm trained a sales assistant, an office assistant. I used to buck with the national team. I've been driving a motorcycle. I've been in a wheelchair. I've faced death 7 times. But one thing that has always been hard for me is when men make fun. It's always been weird for me, also because I'm a psychic, I'm an intuitive, I'm very sensitive. So not only do I hear your words, but I also hear your expectations, your feelings, your sorrows, and all that comes behind with the words that you're expressing. And that's the life as being a sensitive. One thing is what we're hearing, I've just been drawing. Another thing is what we're noticing and feeling and hearing at so many other levels. So recently, the problem with being in the army was that so many men were having fun at my expense. And I didn't get it. Because you and I might have a different humor. And don't you ever forget that when one of the women or men that you have been seeing doesn't understand, you don't say, she doesn't understand me or he's wrong. Ask yourself, why? Why doesn't she get my humor? So that's the lesson for today. So back to me. So in the army, it was rough for me being there, being so sensitive and sensing things at so many levels. And I find it so hard when the men were teasing me or coming up with all these silly jokes. And they didn't do it in a mean way, but I didn't like it. It didn't feel good. And last week I went to Norway to visit one of my collaborative friends, a good friend of mine who's also a mentor. And at one point he was having fun with me. And I'm Danish and he's from Norway. So he was saying something funny. And my mind stopped. Something happened because I knew at that time that I didn't laugh of something that I should have laughed about. Does that make sense? So I energetically put all my attention inwards and I get all emotional. Why? Because it was so deep that I did what I did. Instead of looking at my friend and saying, oh, he has a weird humor, which he doesn't. Instead of making him wrong and telling him not to be funny when I didn't get it, which is stupid, why would I do that? So what I did was, I went in with my attention and all my awareness, and I got a flash. I got a flashback back to my childhood, when my dad and my when my dad and my sister were struggling and beating each other up because they were having fun. That's what my parents and my sister told me. Oh, don't bother, Julie, that's my name. Don't bother, Julie, they're just having fun. But that's not true, because I'm a sensitive empath. The only thing I was noticing was the horrific, terrible screaming of fear from my sister. She was not, that's not funny. I heard all the pain, I heard all the panic. Why? Because every night my dad raped my sister. She did not feel safe with him. She did not feel welcomed or loved around that insane man of a father that died more than 30 years ago. And when I saw that picture in that moment, I realized, there it is again. I realized that that was why I have had such a hard time with men having fun at my expense and other women's expense, because there was all these undealt issues, all these little things going on at so many levels. So when one of my colleagues in the army was saying something funny about his wife, I went, ouch. Not only did this man who was making fun with his wife putting down what's supposed to be his most supportive friend, but I also felt the hurt and neglect in his word, that he somehow had felt abandoned. So, an advice to you, except from asking yourself why, is be more sincere, be more honest, and do not make fun of other people at their expense. Make fun about you and make us laugh together with you. There's nothing more than making fun. Haha, you look that, or you did that. Aha, you stumbled. There's nothing more humiliating than being laughed at by other people and having fun at someone else's expense. I hope you got the overall message from this video, which is about, 1, don't have fun at other people's expense, especially when you're a man, because you guys are not very good at reading our facial expressions. When our eyes do like this, with the mouth like that, we're freaked out. When we're like that, with a smile, we're having fun. But these eyes means, fuck, I'm terrified, I'm amazed, but not necessarily in a good way. So that was the one thing. Don't have fun at other people. Is that how you say it? Don't have fun or make fun at other people's expense, because you will only create a gap between you and the person you would like to connect with. The second part was, ask yourself why. So instead of me putting up my barriers against my friend and being a little bit of harsh and finding my lance corporal and saying something silly back to my friend, I went within and I said, why? Why do I not get my friend's humor? Or let's say that you and I were talking previously today and something went wrong between us. The first thing I would do is not to put you down and say, you have a bad humor or you can't listen to me. The first thing I would do is ask myself, why? Not in a way that I make myself wrong or put myself down or judge myself, but what is it within me that makes me react and become triggered in the way that I do? If you want to become a better parent, ask yourself, why? What is it that I do, or don't do, or say, or don't say, that makes me and my kid fall out with one another, or makes me and my partner not being able to emotionally connect? So that's the 2 advices I have for you today. Why? Instead of reacting and giving back, ask yourself, why? Is it my communication? Is it something in my background? Is it the way that I receive it? Have I put down some barriers which makes me uncomfortable or incapable of receiving other people's messages for me from heart to heart? What is it? And do not have or create fun on the behalf or at the expense of other people. I hope you got something from my very first video about love and relationship. So I would appreciate it if you left a little message from your heart, of course. And if there's another topic that you would like for me to talk about, just share it here down below or send me an email at Facebook or at Instagram. Thank you so much for watching, and remember to subscribe to this YouTube channel. I will be sharing much more videos in the future. Namaste. And yes, I'm spiritual, but it's not that bad. It just makes me a more harmonious person.